Alright, everybody. Welcome to Enter the Gungeon. Here's the main menu for you. This is one of the coolest and also one of the most overwhelmingly complicated roguelikes I have ever played. It is a roguelike bullet hell. And if you don't know what a bullet hell is, it's one of those games where it throws all kinds of bullets and attacks at you, and you're expected to slip through the little gaps. But also, everything in this game is gun. Whole lot of gun. And a whole lot of bullet. And it's awesome. I'm gonna see if it reruns the opening cinematic for y'all before I actually dive into the game. Also, this music is awesome. Guess it's not going to replay it. Oh well. Maybe it'll replay it when I hit play, because I switched to an unplayed save file. So we're going to start fresh with this one, and then I'll move to my actual playthrough save file later. Just so you guys can see the difference between several hours and no time at all. I just realized this aspect ratio is just a little bit big for seeing chat, so I'm going to lower my resolution a little bit more. There we go. And now adjust the window in OBS. There we go. Beautiful. All right. Okay. Let's get into it. Nope, no cinematic here. Never mind. Oh well. I'll just let you guys see for yourselves how this works. I'll start with the convict, because they start with an extra gun, and that's handy. Let's go through... Who's this dude? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Here to change the past, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. I was like you once, came to change the past, and now I have no future. Yeah, fair point. So yeah, the plot of this game is that if I remember right, a great bullet fell from the sky and crashed into a dungeon. And the Gungeon was born, and within the Gungeon can be found a gun that can kill the past. Oh shoot, what happens if I go this way? I've never done that before. Oh, just take it back to the main menu? Okay. I kind of figured that's what would happen, but I never noticed that before. Alright, let's do training first, just so everyone knows what's going on. Halls of Knowledge, Chamber 0. And we have an arrow pointing up. Wayward soul, approach me and press E to... Oh, it's you. Forget how to dodge roll? Yes. Do you want me to do my whole thing again? Yes. Alright. Wayward soul, welcome to the Halls of Knowledge. For it is I, Sir Manuel. Heed my words, and I shall show you how to survive this accursed labyrinth. Continue through the door to begin your tutelage. Onward to greatness! Sure hope so. Try flipping these tables or kicking those barrels with the E button. You can use those as cover in a gunfight. Yeah, turn this place up. I'll clean it later. What's this do? Sir Manuel was here. Hey there, Shadow! Shadow says, look how everything bobbles. It secretly hates you. It secretly hates everyone. Shadow and I were talking before this. He said he'd never heard of the game, but he hated it. I mean, he'd never played it, but he hated it anyway. Excellent interacting, pupil. Proceed to the next room. This is the most important lesson. You can dodge roll by pressing right-click and a direction. You are invulnerable to gunfire during the first half of the dodge roll, but vulnerable again when you hit the ground. This means you can dodge through bullets and other hazards. It requires precise timing. When you give the word, I'll open the barrier. Use the dodge roll to reach the right side of the room without perishing. Wait until the last second, then press right-click to begin the roll. Are you ready to begin the test? Go! Nice work. In impasse, use your dodge roll to jump over that pit. The door is open, but you've got one last pit to cross. Time it well. It's a little bigger than the others, if nobody noticed. Shadow said, I don't hate it, I just think it hates me. I do find the game a bit cringe, though. What's cringe about it? It is a little overcomplicated in how to actually make full progression through the game. Oh my word, is it overcomplicated. But it's still perfectly doable if you have the skill. The dodge roll is the first and best way to avoid dying in a gunfight. Sometimes, though, the number of bullets can be overwhelming. For instance, there's no dodging through that, but there is a way to clear the path. These are called blanks. Using one will delete all enemy projectiles in a room and stop enemies from shooting for a short period. They will also push nearby enemies away. Great if you need a second to reposition. Pick them up by walking over to them. Use them by pressing... Why does it have... It's got a controller command. It's Q for me. I'm on mouse and keyboard. Use a blank to clear the way of bullets, and then quickly make it through the gap. Excellent! Blanks refill every floor, so use them when you need to. They can also be found throughout the Gungeon, but I wouldn't rely on that. Onward! You've got the basics, Jailbird. I suppose you've earned a reward. A gun befitting your stature and experience. He called me Jailbird because I'm playing as the convict. So now I wonder what he calls me if I play as the other classes. Go on, open it. Pea shooter, baby's first gun. Use the mouse to aim and left click to fire. Reload with the R button. But first you'll need something to shoot. One of the Gungeon's natural inhabitants. Cruel, savage, and bloodthirsty. Hey, Imp! You made it! This tutorial's short. It's fine. Yes, cruel, savage, and bloodthirsty. Now kill him! Cold-blooded. Truly, you are ruthless. The next rooms will be real gunfights. Kill all the enemies in each room, and the doors will open. I'll meet you a few rooms ahead. Now go! Imp said, I can't stay awake. Well, that's a shame. And you'll notice all that money, which are bullet casings, just floated into me when the enemies died. As soon as you clear a room, everything dropped in that room, well, all the money dropped in that room floats to you. Sadly, items do not. Over here! You made it! You know how to dodge roll, shoot, and use blanks. But there's more to learn. You need to know how to use items that don't exist in gun form. This medkit, for example. It will replenish your health. Pick it pick it by approaching it and hitting the E button. Pick it up, I think is what he meant. I just got a text message from my parents. 1 second. You've got plenty of health right now, so don't use it yet. But when you think you need it, jam the space button to use it. Okay, head on through. See, now it's down here in the bottom left, gun in the bottom right. You see that thing on the other side? That's a teleporter. Whenever you find one, you can always return there as long as you aren't in combat. To use it, first open the map by holding tab, then click the symbol you wish to warp to. Got it? Or should I explain it again? Good. Now use the teleporter to cross the gap. I love that the teleporter is just a revolver cylinder. Remember, you can warp to any teleporter on the map, not just ones in the same room, but they won't work if you're in combat. If you press E while standing on that portal, you can use it to teleport back to where you were. I'll be waiting a few rooms north of here. You should explore. Try to find a better gun before you challenge the boss. Dang it, got me. The pea shooter is, if it wasn't obvious, literally the worst weapon in the game. Though there are effects you can get throughout game progression that can make it surprisingly powerful if you get lucky enough to pick them up through gameplay. And I'm sure we all see that crack in the wall. And it dropped a blank for good reason. Sadly, you won't find cracks like this in walls in the actual game unless you manage to shoot it with a gun that isn't your starter gun. At which point you'll see this, and then you can use a blank to open a pathway. I don't know if I knew about that my first time playing through this. But yeah, here's Sir Manuel's dead body. Old Knight's shield, heavy with experience. P cannon. Well, this is what I was talking about right here. Old Knight's helm protects knowledge. Tutorialized. So now, it's much stronger. And I have this shield thing. That is, so what you saw there, that's called a synergy. Different items will synergize with each other to create unique effects. A sturdy if modest helmet once worn by a knight with an unusually large head. The shield of Sir Manuel, emblazoned with his house sigil, the Cup of Knowledge. There's a diagram on the back illustrating how to strap on a shield and examples of when to raise it, remarkably free of wear. So they don't always tell you exactly what the item does, but there are plenty of cheat sheets and wikis you can find online. One shot each now. And we also found an AK-47, except no substitutes. The good old classic. And now here's the boss room. Speak with me when you are ready for your final challenge. You ready to put all you have learned to the test? Then, face me in single combat. Let's begin. Decent damage, but that's actually dealing more damage than the AK-47 because of the synergy power upgrade. Cease fire! Cease fire! Wait, that shield! You found my shield! Which means you know my terrible secret. It's true! I never conquered the Gungeon. I'm no longer sure this even is the Gungeon. How humiliating. It's all that bastard's fault. That snake Blockner. We were supposed to be partners. But shortly after I arrived, I was shot in the back. When I awoke, I was trapped in some kind of chest. I called out for help, but no one came. I'm sure it was him who shot me. I think he wanted the gun for himself, but he must not have made it. How do you know he didn't make it? Because if Blockner had changed the past, he would never have come to the Gungeon, and neither would I. But I'm still here, so he must have left. Or maybe he's stuck in the Gungeon too. It would serve the bastard right. If you find him, tell him Manny says hi, if you know what I mean. Got it. Anyway, I've nothing left to teach you. Good luck with the Gungeon and your past. In my other profile, I actually did find Blockner. Really nice dude until you challenge him to a fight. Kind of a shame it had to turn out that way. Anyway, we can see we've got a blocked off pathway over here. One up here. Another one over there. This place is pretty big for looking so empty. But we've also got these guys. You're now ready to enter the Gungeon. I didn't remember them moving out of the way like that. The Gungeon awaits, convict. Also, notice their spears have guns on the ends. Let's get into it. Now we have our starter pistol. I can fire it as fast as I want, or hold the button down for a slower fire rate. But I also have a good old short-barreled shotgun. And a Molotov that I will not currently use. This is what actual gameplay looks like in the first stage. But you might see the switch on the wall with the chains. So this game does have environmental hazards. Also, the barrel I pushed in the tutorial was explosive. No, dang it, I didn't need to dodge and I ended up dodging anyway. Yeah, that ghost can phase in and out of existence and it messes with me sometimes. Not a great first start, admittedly. I've already lost half my health on floor 1. Usually at my best I can make it through the entirety of the first floor without taking a single hit. Oh. We found a machine pistol. Not a bad start. I'll save that for the boss fight though. And it's because the bosses are much harder than Sir Manuel is, as you might expect. So yeah, Enter the Gungeon is a roguelike game with randomly generated pathways and rewards. Of course, there's the boss room right there. Of course, there are some rules to how things are randomized, but ultimately, whether or not you succeed is partially based on luck unless you are exceedingly skillful. Also, yes, the enemy can trigger those too just by shooting them. You can shoot them as well, but just saying it's not exclusive to you. These bullets move a lot slower than I remember. Maybe it's just because I'm not playing in full screen like I normally do. There's another one around here. There you are. Oh man, I'm getting a ton of money. I don't think I usually earn this much on the first floor. Anybody chatty still there? Now, I will admit, later stuff gets pretty intense. And if it gets to a certain point, I might go quieter. It's wax wings too close to the gun. Nice. See, this, like I said, this game is full of gun puns. Grants flight while retaining maneuverability, a pair of finely crafted wax wings. I also start with this as the convict in Raging Photo. Don't believe his lies. A photo that the convict brought with her to the Gungeon. Deal extra damage for a short time after getting hit. On the journey to the breach, the pilot once asked her why she always stared at this photo. Later, she was released from the brig. Just for fun, I'll also throw the Molotov here so you can see what it does. It sets a big fire. Since I can now fly, I don't have to worry about the fire because I'm not standing in it. I can still do the dodge effect. You do not just fly over bullets, that's not how this works. Flight instead helps you avoid floor traps and pitfalls. Well, that kind of worked. Dang it. Over here! You'll see up here there's a face there. This is a shop. I can unlock a backpack. Item capacity up. I'll take a key. And some armor. Because why not? There's also this dude. This dude is adorable.
Smiley face. Something for the collection? I will compensate you.
Smiley face, smiley face. I don't know that I've ever seen these lines before, or at least not in years. Normally he's always like, I have money for you, give me stuff. Despite the fact that he is, spoilers, secretly a villain character, he is adorable as the Cell Gremlin, I think is what it's called. Cell as an S-E-L-L. You sell stuff to him if he shows up. Or you can if you want to, anyway. Pardon me just one moment. Alright. Also, if anyone wants to know what this is, it's an ammo crate, but I don't need ammo right now. So what the backpack does, I believe it allows me to carry more items down here than just the one. Normally you can only have one. I got another gun, the light gun, and I got a synergy of some kind. Synergies are surprisingly rare later on in the game. It synergizes with the wings. Each clip finishes with a homing bird. After a clumsy child of the Gungeon accidentally dropped this toy into a pit, they were forced to amuse themselves with the dart gun. Also, let's read the descriptions of everything else, because why not? The backpack grants you the use of another active item, useful but cumbersome. Molotov cocktails aren't guns, and so they are frowned upon by long-dwelling Gungeoneers. They get the job done regardless. Knowing the hegemony wouldn't let her bring her own weaponry to the Gungeon, the convicts smuggled these few bottles in with the transport's cargo. Budget revolver. Infinite ammo. Does not reveal secret walls. This budget revolver was brought to the Gungeon by an infamous fugitive, provided by the hegemony regional magistrate. The convict won their plea to face the Gungeon in lieu of life imprisonment, undo their crimes, or face an eternity in the Gungeon. With no cost to the state, it was an acceptable arrangement. Cheaply made and prone to jams, the budget revolver is used by only the most desperate Gungeoneers. Interesting, there's a typo there. But also, it's funny that they say, undo her crimes or serve life for them, because she doesn't intend to undo her crimes, she intends to undo the man who sold her out. Sawed off. No buts about it. A shotgun modified for easy concealment. The shorter barrel widens the spread, but up close it's just as deadly as its full-barreled cousin. The machine pistol is a small but powerful handheld machine gun. It is a favorite of bandana-wearing Gundead, whose impatience with reloading is legendary. I forget what the synergy for this does. I'm going to look that up real quick. With a cheat sheet website. Oh, I guess this website doesn't show it. There's a cheat sheet website called Gungeon that gives you the basic descriptions and stats of every weapon and item in the game, as well as descriptions of what different shrines do. You can encounter shrines on occasion. But sadly, it doesn't tell you synergies. Let's see, light gun synergies. If the player has wax wings, it's called peripheral vision. The light gun will turn from orange to gray, and a dog resembling the Duck Hunt dog will appear and slap an enemy when they are shot 3 times, similar to the Magic Lamp's Genie effect. The shots need not be consecutive and are tracked per enemy. The dog deals 30 damage. If all 3 shots strike a second enemy after piercing the first one, a dog will appear and slap each of them. Like all other piercing projectiles, the duck's damage will halve after piercing an enemy for the first time. Alright, cool. Alright, let's go down here and check out this other room. Ah! See, I can float over this pit. I almost freaked out for a second. So we can open this gate, get this thing, and open this chest. And we have yet another weapon. The T-shirt cannon. It shoots T-shirts. Fires T-shirts. Gungeon Merch was a short-lived startup enterprise founded by a few misguided Gundead. After shooting their 4th consecutive customer, they turned their sights away from business. The T-shirt cannon isn't very powerful, but it does have a strong push effect. Alright, boss fight time. Ah, we had to get this one at the start. You can skip the boss intro, but this is perhaps one of the best ones in the game. Rapid Fire Raptor Gatling Gull! I love this guy. He's something of a mascot. Wow, that dog animation is not as good as I was expecting it to be. And this light gun is proving really powerful. Probably thanks to the dog. Whoa, dang it. It's really hard to get a perfect clear on this guy in a room without walls. But if you can get a perfect clear on it, man, that was fast. I blame the light gun synergy. But if you can clear a boss without taking any damage, you get what's called a Master Round, which is a special item that helps with completion and also gives you an extra heart. I just got Curse, which is a hidden stat that means things will be slightly harder or slightly easier depending on your skill and how you go through the game. It has various effects that are hard to explain. And now I can switch to the Elder Blank, which is essentially a free blank that recharges over time instead of needing to buy more. However, it recharges by dealing damage to enemies. Now I'm on the 2nd floor, so I can show you something neat. Oh, it's not here yet. So being on the 2nd floor, normally there's an item in here that's just it's a broken television. You carry it in one of these slots down here. It replaces that item. If you can carry it all the way to the forge on the 5th floor, you can unlock a new character called the Robot. But also, on each consecutive floor, you will occasionally find a guy down there that's willing to repair the elevator in a sense, so you can skip to that floor from the beginning of the game. However, you need special items to make that possible. You need to help him fix it, basically. He is not here because I have not yet fixed the first floor. Excuse me, gosh. I've not yet fixed the first floor. And here we can use this weapon a little bit. That was a veteran bulletkin. And I will once more save the light gun for the boss. There's a sniperkin. I don't remember if that's actually what they're called. Actually, that's another thing to mention. The Ammonomicon has multiple pages, as you might see. Got a page for all guns that are currently available in the Gungeon and all the ones I've unlocked. I wonder if the unlocks are all between save files instead of just the initial file. We've also got an item list. This is another starting item. Contains a small piece of fairy. Seeking a place that would provide a near constant flow of desperate and uninjured, of the desperate and injured. Medicines Sans Diploma recognize the Gungeon as the perfect place to found their practice. We've also got enemy descriptions. Bulletkin, standard issue. Bulletkin are the most common gundead. These sentient shells were brought to life hundreds of years ago when the great bullet struck and formed the Gungeon. They are simple creatures, but vigilant and loyal. Blue Shotgunkin. Shells of the Bluekin fire more rapidly than their red brethren, though they are similar in most other respects. Shotgunkin are known to burst upon death as a final act of revenge against their assailants. We've also got a bunch of other enemies in here that we haven't encountered in this run yet. And Gatling Gull, a boss page. Nesting in the first chamber, this bird repels intruders with his signature weapon. Changed by the magic of the Gungeon, it has long forgotten what it was like before the great bullet struck. Alright, yeah. Your eyes do not deceive you. That is a D20 dice slime. I guess we haven't actually seen any regular slimes yet. That's interesting. We found one of those before a regular one. So yeah, the dynamite enemies explode in the direction that you kill them, or in your direction if they blow themselves up. Now here is the Prime Primer. This is a special item. Once you unlock this, you need to... I believe once you unlock this, you also need to carry it to the forge at the end of the game. I could be wrong. It's possible you just need to buy it. Get a scope for 42, which I think enhances range or accuracy, maybe both. I'm going to buy a key because those are really helpful. Hello again, friend.
Did you break something? I can pay you. Please just bring me things. I want to give you these 3 smiles. I have so many casings. Why don't you want them? You're talking to me so much. Are we friends?
I would love to be friends with you. He's adorable. This is a special room. There is a secret area you can find on the first floor, and if you're able to open it and get through it, which also involves a special boss fight and special enemy types, there is an item that you can get down there, and that counts as an armor piece. If you can bring it all the way up here without taking any damage, you can insert it in here and gain access to another secret zone, the one underneath here where the old Bullet King serves as another boss. I don't remember the point of going through there. I think there's just special unlocks that you can get by going that way. I guess it could have teleported over to this room, but oh well. Oh, jeez. These guys are a little bit tricky. I'll admit this game seems much easier than I'm used to. Oh, one of my favorite guns just for the novelty. The shell! It fires shotguns. There's people in there. I'll have to see if I can get another key. See, the thing is, occasionally you'll find people like these trapped in the Gungeon, and if you can break them out, they become NPCs in the Gungeon entrance. Those two, in particular, become a shop that allows you to unlock more weapons to find within the Gungeon. More weapons and items, I should say. I think they also do items. Also, something that's cool that you can do, you can slide all the way along tables. But also sliding over tables breaks them over time. There's a regular slime. Because I have this pushy ability. I'll go ahead and push these guys in. This is not good. Not paying enough attention to the damage. See if he teleports somewhere else. Nope, never mind, it ain't happening. Oh, now it's happening. So that is a red ammo box. They partially refill all of your guns. I almost prefer those over green ones because it benefits all of my guns instead of just one. Though green ones will fully refill one gun's magazine. Dang it. Mistimed that. Got another key! Let's go and unlock that pair. No? Do I need a golden key to unlock it? What the heck? I thought a regular key would do it. I'll sell this to him. Because I don't really use the t-shirt cannon much. Oh wait, what's the command for it? Drop gun F. Actually, should I do that with that one? Yeah, I'll show you how this works. So you drop the gun.
He's happy. He gives you stuff. That's it. Yay!
I think the whole reason he's buying guns from you is so that he has a way to escape that cell. But, I don't know. I like him, though. I almost wish he wasn't secretly a boss. I wish I could bring him to the Gungeon entrance. Oh, that was a bad shot. I really don't like those things. Wow, just the one enemy. And see, these are spike traps, but they don't affect me because I'm flying. And here we have a nice big red chest. These usually hold some of the best loot in the game. Orange Gungeon Stone, Hot Rock. Attacks enemies. In years past, the Orange Gungeon Stone boosted its bearer's damage, but the belligerite at the core of the stone has grown so enraged that the stone itself now lashes out at foes. That's cool. I haven't gotten this one in so long that I completely forgot what it did. So yeah, Gungeon stones float around you and have various effects based on which ones you get. The most common ones you'll find are glass ones, which will block bullets that are flying toward you, but they will only block it themselves, and if you take damage, it breaks. Glass Gungeon stones are better earned through chance rather than intentionally buying them, unless you are somehow jarringly skilled at positioning yourself so the rotating bullet always helps. There's a golden key there. Cell key, what could it unlock? I didn't remember that that's how that worked, but I guess that's it. If you find NPCs locked up, a golden key will drop somewhere from an enemy, and all you have to do is take the key to the cell and unlock it. I tried to say unlock them and it at the same time, and it came out as unlock that. Oh, finally! I know it'd be a while before someone came down here, but seriously? It's been forever! Anyway, we should get back to the shop. It's been closed for way too long. You should come by. We're on the top level of the breach. You can't miss it. Thank you for rescuing Mistress Cadence and this one. I will escort her to the breach. Come on, Ox. You're always so slow. Bit of a long walk to the next one. It's really annoying when that happens. It takes a lot of skill to be able to do rolls and such while flying without changing your altitude. There we go. It's hard to take advantage of those without just killing all the guys close to it first. Glitches. Alright, here's the boss room. Looks like we've found everything else. Sadly, haven't gotten any new keys, right? Nope, no new keys to get. I can get more health, though. Pardon the back and forth. Yeah. Alright. Let's bring out the light gun. What do we have this time? Ah! The Gorgon, a cursed gun witch. She's one of the easiest fights to get on this floor most of the time. If it wasn't obvious from Medusas and Gorgons in pop culture, that wave she sent out would have turned me to stone, which actually would not have stopped me from moving, but it would have stopped me from firing my gun. And there we go, perfect completion. I don't remember if I picked these up when I defeated the bird, but these are hegemony credits. They are credits to be used with NPCs in the Gungeon entrance. And here is a master round. Second chamber. I got a new heart. Does it say anything? I unlocked an iron coin. This potent artifact indicates mastery of the second chamber. Any who enter the Gungeon are doomed to remain, living countless lives in an effort to break the cycle. We also unlocked a laser sight. What does that synergize with? It also synergizes with the light gun, and the wings, and the machine pistol. Interesting. This increases accuracy. Laser sights work extremely well in the Gungeon, where stealth is rarely a concern. Okay, let's check out this synergy, because I'm curious. If the player has light gun, a dog occasionally appears and attacks enemies. So same thing as the wings, interestingly enough. Or the dog it randomly spawns now, in addition to showing up when I hit the target 3 times. If the player has machine pistol, its shots pierce enemies and are connected with electricity. Cool. Alright. Oh, and our machine pistol looks different now, too. Check that out. That's cool. I wonder if that's more helpful on a boss than the light gun is. Oh, also, we can do this. Moving on to the 3rd floor. I'm going to take a quick drink of this strawberry yogo de Sevilla, or yogo vera. I was looking at the Spanish side. Strawberry yogo vera. Great stuff that you can, I don't know, you can probably buy it online or in stores or something, but you can also get it from Cut Bop, a delicious restaurant. And like I said, all floors have a little chamber inside this hole. Alright, let's bring this out now. Oh, the little ghosty things. Gosh dang it. I was like, what the heck are those bullets coming from? Ah, dang it, I couldn't push that diagonally. In case you can't tell, I'm not great at using my blanks or dodging very smartly. That's partly because... well, in the case of dodging, that's partly because of the broken TV thing that I've been trying to do forever on my regular file. I really don't like those types of enemies. There we go. Ah, we have a shrine here. I forget what this shrine does. One moment. Really wish I didn't need to constantly Google things, but pretty much every roguelike I've ever played does that. Let's see. Peace Shrine heals you for 1 heart in exchange for your currently held weapon. I'll pass. I don't need that right now. Oh, jeez. You can ride in the minecarts too. I usually don't because it means you can't really dodge very well. Unless you're really good at steering minecarts. Ooh, what are these? Bullet Idol, Vengeful Spirit. Deals damage to enemies when bearer is wounded. Ooh. Whoever wields this idol will have swift vengeance visited upon any who trespass against them. Cool. Really don't like those mushrooms. Glad I could one-shot it. Oh, these things. Those priests are awful. They enhance the power of nearby enemies as long as they are alive. They perform like a ritual to do it, so if they're running from you, then they can't do anything, but you still don't want to keep them around if you can do something about it. Man, this thing's great at pushing, too. This thing is also annoying. I say that about a lot of enemies. That is a specter. You have to find the source of the specter and kill it. But I don't believe you can kill the source until you kill the specter. Come on. Do I have something? Oh, this thing was shooting at my enemies. Okay. That's what it means by it attacks them itself. I thought it just dealt contact damage or something. Brilliant. Let's go up here and try to loop around to the shop. Those guys are tricky to get close to in rooms like this, unless they do that. Now, because my HP is full, I was able to hit E on that one instead of picking it up automatically to save it for later, which means now this thing pops up, and if I'm ever short on HP, I can go up to this guy and summon half a heart, or however many half hearts have been stored inside him. Snowballer, I don't need that right now. Ruby Bracelet, I don't remember what that does. Let's consult this cheat sheet on gungeongod.com. See if I can spot the ring among this huge list. Let's do a search. Ruby ring, there it is. Ruby Bracelet. Thrown guns will explode, dealing 30 damage to nearby enemies. Guns are thrown by holding the fire button while it has no ammo. This will not destroy your guns, but if you don't pick them up, the resourceful rat will steal them as usual. It can be upgraded by permanently by taking it to the blacksmith. The upgraded version gives you contact damage immunity and adds the ability to do a charged dodge roll, which deals 300 damage. I had no idea about being able to upgrade that. The blacksmith is in the forge on the 5th floor. I'll have to look into doing that sometime. But yeah, that thing it said about the resourceful rat, if you leave ammo or items behind in a room, a character called the resourceful rat will show up and steal it. You can stop him, but only if you show up when he does, which is right after leaving the room, and like you gotta trick him into showing up, and then you shoot at him, and he'll leave. Otherwise, he will straight up steal the item and you can't get it back, and he'll leave a message for you too. Screw it, I'll get it and see if I can take it all the way to the 5th floor. As I said, it's not destroyed. Let's try this. Oh, I guess I can't throw this one. Let's try the shotgun. Okay, why isn't it working? Oh, I guess it has to run out of ammo to work. And that's good because I'm almost out of ammo with this thing. So interesting. So it's like if you run out of ammo for your good guns, you can still throw them. It's just a weird way to do it because you've got this thing, which is arguably better. Very close. I really don't like the giant mushroom and his random spore bullets. And now I'm empty. Throw it. Cool. What happens if I stick with that? He was underground and I still managed to push him. Cool. How about this room? Oh, I don't want to throw that over there. It might fall in the pit. Okay, new gun time. Guess I don't need to waste ammo on these guys. So, because crates and such don't drop anything, they might occasionally drop one shell, but one casing, but it's not... the chance isn't high enough to bother. You don't really need to go check the nooks and crannies of rooms unless you're looking for something specific. Smiley's Revolver. So there is a first floor boss that is called the Bullet Twins. You've got... I can't remember the name of the second one, but the one is called Smiley, and this is his revolver, and it shoots fast. I'll use this now. Ah, this room. This is another item that must be taken to the end of the game. Ah, it replaces that. Okay, hold on. I'll replace my Molotov with the blank. So what you see here, arcane gunpowder, bullet component. Before the great bullet fell, the Gungeon's original master used this powder in his experiments. The bulletkins still mine it from the depths, awaiting the return of their master. So yes, this is one of 4 or 5 items needed to build the bullet that can kill the past. If you get the gun that can kill the past, it will set you back. It will count as a win, but it technically just sends you back to the entrance. You need to actively build the bullet that goes with it by collecting items from all of the other floors and taking them to the forge at the end. You don't have to do that every run. It's a permanent thing. Once you manage to complete the bullet in the forge, the bullet is unlocked forever, and every time you take something to the forge, it stays there. Which is very nice, because otherwise I would never get anywhere in this game. Alright, boss time. Let's compare the machine pistol to the other thing. Oh, we got this guy. This guy's neat. Hard to fight, but he's neat. Mind Flayer. A sinister bell rings. Okay, not bad. This thing, I think, is straight up better. Oh, dang it. Don't move at me. I guess I can... I'm allowed to roll. I need to keep reminding myself I'm allowed to roll in this run. Okay. So you see that rage thing happening? That's because of the photo that the convict starts with. It gives me brief damage increase whenever I take damage. Dang it. There we go. Sadly, not a perfect completion. Beehive. Pretty late in the game to be getting that. And now I'll replenish my HP, because sadly these things do not carry over between floors. And then I'm going to take a bite of some of this food because I'm hungry. I don't really like the beehive. It eats through way too much ammo for the amount of damage it deals. And it takes its sweet time killing its enemies. See, though, I guess those three were enough to kill that one, but still. It's such a slow weapon. Oh, dang it. I was hoping to kill him before he shot me. There you are. It's really weird that I always forget those skull things exist. Every time. Is that it? Really? Just the one? Huh. Alright. Weird that I'd be finding a room with just one cheap enemy in it. In stage 4. Is it because I'm technically a beginner? Oh, shoot. Need key. I'll go ahead and sell this. I don't normally sell stuff to this guy just because you need everything you can get, but he's cute. I want to show him off, and also, I don't like the beehive, man. Come on. There we go. I was gonna say, usually it dies by now. Just needed one more shot. There we go. Ooh, keykin. If you can kill them before they disappear, you get a free key. There's also an item type enemy. It looks like a big old box with an exclamation point. The box is on its head, I should say. It wears it like a hat. If you can kill that, you get like an ammo crate or a heart and stuff like that. Alright, that went pretty smoothly. That went pretty good as well. You don't want to be in the way of these things. If they hit you, it hurts. I didn't think other enemies could hurt. No, wait, other enemies can't. It's my glue on stone, or whatever it's called. Glue on stone. I have to wonder why it's called that. Now that I think about it, is this our first time seeing one of these knights? Because these guys are usually everywhere. I am convinced this game is giving me artificial ease of play. Is there going to be a chest over here, or just a hallway? No, there's a full-blown room with a hallway. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this layout before, at least not map-wise. I don't usually see rooms that cramped together. I'm out of ammo for this. Oh, but the spider burned. We're good. Let's go grab that chest while I remember. What have you got? Ooh, the glacier! This thing's decently strong. Perhaps I'll start using this now. Oh, there's another chest here. Gas mask, breathes deep. That protects us from poison. At least I believe it does. I don't know of any other effect it protects against. Prevents poison damage. Yep. A useful if terrifying piece of equipment, it said. Oh, there's the boss. Don't want to fight them just yet. Want to get as much equipment as we can. There's the shopkeeper. Last place I find. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Really don't like those summoner-type enemies. They summon bullets that summon more bullets. And they all chase you. Really hard to avoid. Thank you. Bionic leg and mahogany. I didn't even remember that thing being a thing. Let me see what the mahogany does. A gun that fires damaging leaves and bouncy wooden bullets at the same time. Quality C. Damage is negligible. Bionic leg increases speed, if I recall, but I don't know that I need that. Let's get the armor. Oh wait, the bionic leg also gives armor, so yeah, that's a good call there, actually. So now I'm faster and flying. Brilliant. Sorry, I was reopening OBS so I can still read chat. Not that anyone's saying anything. If anyone's there that's willing to speak, please do. Do I say that too much? Am I weird? So here we have another impassable gorge that you need flight for. Got the planar lead, astral slug. And this one's a passive item for once. Bullet component. This extra planar lead was once part of the great bullet that fell from the sky, the origin of all Gundead. It shimmers softly, shifting between the material and ethereal sides of the curtain. Grows hot in the presence of enemies. Okay, so I can't use either of them, but one takes up an item slot for some reason. Strange. Okay, time to fight the boss again. What boss do we have this time? Glitch? No, wait, the door is the boss. I forgot that can happen. That's a rare one. Ugh, it's got a tongue. Door Lord, hidden threat. Okay, Door Lord. I have no memory of how you work. Well, you're setting a fire, which I'm immune to, so that's nice. What? How did that hit me? I was dodging. Oh, empty. Can't lie, this dude's pretty easy. I hope I encounter him more often in future runs, because the other level 4 bosses are usually real tough. My least favorite is the 4 statues. I think my second favorite is Cannon Balrog. Third is, I forget what it's called, but it's a big moving wall. Least favorite is the 4 statues, because it's technically 4 bosses at once that all have their own individual small health bars, and also they just fill the whole gosh dang room in bullets. And it's really hard to avoid all of it, especially if you're trying not to drop the TV. Shock rifle, this is a pretty cheap weapon too. Why can't I get something nice and powerful? Something even stronger than the synergy weapons I've already got. Well, we've made it to the forge. I can't say I expected to do that. But now this is when things normally get real tough. Oh yeah, I forgot they collect your... These guys collect your bullets and shoot them back at you. Thank you, Glumstone. This is... I may have mentioned in one of my past streams that I lost the TV because I threw it in a pit. It was a room like this. I had to throw the TV across these pits and then jump across myself and pick it up and then move on, all while this thing was trying to smash me. It was really annoying, and as I probably complained about, I lost the TV. Oh, and it sometimes follows you around in these rooms too. Thankfully, it doesn't follow you through the entire forge. I don't know why I said forge. I guess it could count. It's follows you through the floor, not through the whole floor. Okay. Didn't realize I'd killed the last enemy, but we're good in here. I need to kill you before you summon something I'm going to hate. Maybe I should pick up these wings more often. Not having to worry about holes is really helpful. Especially if I'm carrying the TV, so I can just carry it over the holes. Heck yeah. Oh jeez. Nope. By the way, if you kill all the enemies in a room, these stone guys or the ice blocks of the previous one all disappear. Or they stop working anyway. The ice ones melt, the stone guys fall asleep. I have frozen him. And I'm out of ammo for this one too. Ammo packs would be nice, please. Thank you. Oh no, an Iron Maiden. I hate fighting Iron Maidens. They're so beefy, and yet they just send out all these homing shots. I really need to use blanks more. Oh, jeez. No. Gosh dang Stonewall Jackson. Yeah, I know my history. I know who Stonewall Jackson is. Famous Confederate general. Copper amulet. Blanks ignite. Blanks have a chance to ignite enemies. This enchanted copper amulet was forged deep in the forge. Warm to the touch. Cool, but I could use another major weapon like a rocket launcher or something. I mean, this shock thing's alright, but last I recall it wasn't that great. Ah, this thing. Can I absorb these? I don't think I can. Nope, not these ones. If you find something like this in one of the other floors, you can absorb it, and if you can beat the game with that absorption, I think you unlock something called the Paradox, which is a playable character with random starting gear. I think it's random between the other playable characters, though, not between just random gear. Which sucks. Ghost bullets. I don't remember what those do. Let's... So you got the ruby bracelet. Mind if I have it? Thanks. This thing. I made it when I was first starting out. I hate it. It reminds me of failure. I'm gonna fix it. Make it better. Okay. It is better. Different, at least. Here you go. I never want to see it again. Ruby bracelet moving forward. So now it has perks, I guess, that it doesn't tell me about. I guess I'll... Well, what did the ghost bullets do? I have just enough for those. Bullets become piercing, allowing them to pass through enemies and obstacles. I don't really need that. I'll get the ammo for this. And it looks like that's all I can afford for now. Cool that I made it all the way here. If only I could have made it here with the TV, but this TV didn't spawn this time around. Not that it matters, because I'll be going back to my save file eventually. And at this rate, I'm not going to have time to do my other save file. I'll have to do it another day. But I can at least switch to it and show you guys how things are different. Ah, here's the boss entrance. A nice big one for the 5th floor. Wait, but I have the arcane gunpowder. I'm gonna talk to Forge Lady again. Maybe I need to talk to her multiple times. Been a very long time since anyone has come down here. Oh yeah, I forgot. If it wasn't obvious by how the elevators work, you're actually going down, not up. I don't know why I always think of it as going up. Come to kill your past? You've made it further than most, that's certain. If you thought it was going to be that easy, I've got some bad news for you. The gun that kills the past. Like everything else, it needs ammunition. Otherwise, well, what stopped time here? That's old magic. If you find the gun, it may fire, but how far back will you go? You might just find yourself right back here again. You want to get out of this place and change something about your past, right? To tear a hole that far back, you'll need a special bullet. I can make it for you, but the materials might prove hard to find. Tell me what you need. To make the bullet, I'll need the prime primer lost in the upper chambers, some arcane gunpowder mined in the heart of the Gungeon, a shard of planar lead broken off from the great bullet when it struck, and an obsidian shell casing bored from the tooth of a great beast. Bring all of that to me over many lifetimes, and I will aid you in your quest. You're back. I have something for you. I see you brought me the arcane gunpowder. Thank you. I see you brought me the planar lead. Thank you. The bullet still requires more materials. So I have to do everything individually, it seems. I'm glad I noticed that. Oh dear. Ooh, that was close. Dang it. I couldn't see his laser through my laser and my shots. But I guess taking damage killed the last one. That was unfortunate. I've never seen that arrangement happen before. Oh, dang it! I thought that was a wall there! Well, I almost made it to the High Dragon, the final boss. I probably wouldn't have been able to beat it, unfortunately, but I almost got there. That was a surprisingly good run for a first run on this profile. And see, now the helmet, the bullet lead, whatever, and the ammo are on that statue. And this is open. We got 36 hegemony credits from that one run. Goodness. Now we can unlock stuff. Thank you for the assistance. The acquisitions department is once again operational. Notice he's missing an arm. That's another quest line you can go through. Find his arm at in the forge, which I don't know if it was there on that run. I forgot to look. It's usually next to the forge lady on the left side. And then you can send it up floor by floor until it reaches this guy. And I don't remember what happens, but you unlock stuff by getting it to him. Hey, thanks for getting us out of that cell. This is the Gungeon Acquisitions Department. You can donate hegemony credits, and we'll order new guns and items for the collection. It can be hard to come by here in the Gungeon, but since the Hmon took over, that's all anyone on the outside uses. Yeah, the Gungeon is like a reliquary, or some kind of museum, only for guns. So we are collecting all the best ones and then throwing them downstairs. Luckily, the Hmon has to put rebels down pretty regularly, so we've got a constant supply of new equipment. They'll sell us anything. Once they're ordered, you can find the new stuff down in the chambers. So order whatever you want. If you've ordered everything we have listed, just come back later. That's it. Gemini Carbine. Rocket-powered bullets. RPG. Thompson SMG. Heart Bottle. Gamma Ray. Talk to Ox, I don't deal with customers. My arm was caught in the shifting walls below. What else does he say? Nothing, I guess. And now if we go back... Oh, nothing there. We have to do another run before we unlock more. But unfortunately, I need to get going. I might have an early day tomorrow, I don't know, but I need to be up for it, and I'm already late in getting to bed for that. Here's the 4 items you need. We found the primer already. That's the one we're missing. Of course, we didn't get the primer, but still. And you might be wondering what happens if I fall in a pit here. If you fall in a pit in the Gungeon itself, you lose... I don't remember if it's a full heart or half a heart. Probably just half a heart. Anyway, before I go, slot A. Oh, Shadow, you are still here. How come you've been so quiet, dude? Shadow said fall in the pit, be forced to buy DLC. Well, let's change the save slot, and I can show you a little bit. I wonder if it'll show us the opening sequence if we wait a little bit on this one. Because it is a really cool opening sequence. If nothing else, this music's a jam. Also, notice the high dragon over there. I may have just reset the timer thing, but yeah, that's the boss of the 5th floor. It's way wilder than anything I fought in that last run. The opening sequence takes too long, man. Give it a little bit longer, I can eat some food. That ain't happening. Shadow said, been busy and watching in between chores, not like the arcade days. Yeah, it's not like the arcade days. I miss the arcade days. Sadly, no new characters unlocked yet, but I'm working on it. The robot's really hard. Hold on. Alright. I'm alright. Some rice went down the wrong windpipe. Give me another second. Alright, I'm good now. Sorry about that. Since we've been playing as a convict, I'll pull out the Marine this time. This guy only starts with one gun, but he also starts with an item that allows him to summon an ammo crate. One time, sadly. As well as a passive item that makes his aim a lot better. Also, his starting gun has a much higher clip, much higher magazine. Unlike the others who have like 6 or 7 rounds, this guy gets like 10. 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. Also, I love that they covered this end of this pit just to put a bed on it. I would not feel safe sleeping on that bed. I will take the tent, thank you. Also, these are not coins, they are rations, somehow. And this little guy, the cultist, is specifically for co-op. He's adorable. Unfortunately, you can't play co-op on PC without some, like, Hamachi shenanigans or whatever. Which really sucks. It's really weird that this game doesn't have online co-op. I really want to try co-op sometime. Maybe I'll work out the Hamachi thing. Shadow said, only eat metallic. Organic isn't true. But yeah, you've seen we've got some NPCs around. Don't think she wanted to share her ledge with me. Don't know why. Burp. I think the she he's referring to is... I almost fell in the pit there. This character over here. This is like a female goblin or something. I heard the stories, but how could something like this be real? Another time. There's an achievement and an item that you can unlock by being a jerk to her and kicking her helmet off the cliff. Over and over. I don't like making her mad, but eventually she learns the lesson. Ha! Ha ha! Not this time, sucker. Every time you kick it off, she has to go down and pick it up. Originally, and then you have to rescue her again. Originally, she gives you the benefit of the doubt. She's like, hey, accidents happen, it's fine. But eventually, she knows you're doing it on purpose, so she's like, dude, not cool. Been a long time since I've seen a shooter like you. Welcome, welcome! Strafe gun, Morningstar, can't buy them yet. This guy also sells stuff, but I have bought everything that he sells. There is one item that allows you to understand his language. Also, I think his name is Dr. Gupton. These guys are cool. They provide you challenges within the Gungeon. Also, that other guy down there provides a different challenge that can net you rewards. Those gents at court toldeth us this lodging wasn't timeless. We did not realize they meant eternal. Oh, they told us it was timeless. We did not realize they meant eternal. Shuffle off. I hate this man. That's his servant, Cervantes. Magic Lamp and Tangler. But there's also alternative game modes that can be done, and I'm going to show you guys a couple of those. I don't remember what this means. I think this means I completed a full run in Rainbow mode, which is one of the things I'm about to show you. Only accept items in rainbow packaging. This guy will take away anything else. However, he will give you a rainbow chest at the start of each floor. Wanna go fast? Radical! This is happening. So now everything is faster. Oops. Oh yeah, there's also these guys down here that give you bounty hunts. Looks like you still got work to do. In case you forgot, looks like you still need to hunt 15 bullet sharks. Slay 15 and hear thy name and song. Thankfully, you do not have to complete them all in the same run. It's just 15 over your next several runs. However long it takes you. I think they're called Rifle and the Grey Mouser, by the way. Based on a very popular adventure book. Very classic adventure book, I should say. I haven't heard people talk about it, like, ever, but it gets referenced a lot in popular media. Still hunting, eh? Oh, as a reminder, looks like you still need to hunt 15 bullet sharks. So this room here, this is the elevators, and here's the guy who fixes them. Finally, the last elevator! This one is just completely... I haven't actually completed the last elevator yet. Next stop, Chamber 2, the Gungeon. The Gungeon proper. Chamber 3, the Mines. Chamber 4, the Hollow. Just for fun, let's start on Chamber 2. And here's the resourceful rat in a disguise on the left side to sell us weaponry, since we skipped the first floor. I think you can buy more weaponry if you start on later floors. And a rainbow chest, which does this. I do not get all of this, I get to pick one. I don't remember what this does, or what those do. I don't even have that one yet. Okay, Gungeon God, what have you got for me? Chaos Amulet. Blanks have a chance to poison, freeze, and ignite enemies. Gives you +1 blank at the start of each new floor. Okay, and what do those bullets do? I passed him. Oh yeah, they're way up here. Increases the damage dealt by the last bullet in a clip. Not as useful as getting an actual gun. I guess I'll take this and at least unlock it. I'll take the Makarov. I don't know if the Makarov's any good, but whatever. You made your choice, Hope. It was a wise one. Later, chaffer. Alright, and now that we're on the second floor, give me this TV. And now I cannot dodge roll without dropping it. Also, everything's faster, as you can tell. Oh, the shop's right here. Are you kidding me? I don't think I've ever seen the shop. I don't think I've ever gone from the elevator straight to the shop before. Not with nothing in between. So you can dodge, but you drop the TV, and the TV is actually slightly at risk. And also, if you leave it in a room, it gets stolen, so you need to make sure you keep track of it, which is the part that I struggle with. A lot of people get in the habit of leaving it behind at the beginning of a room so they can dodge freely and then just remember to pick it up later. I'm not used to this speed anymore. Oh, jeez. I don't want to deal with that right now. Because I'd have to be tossing the TV everywhere. These spike floors have a tendency to mess with me when I'm doing a TV run. Because they can be very easily hidden in shadow. So sometimes I run right over them without even knowing they're there. Jeez. How did that not hurt me? I wish killing that thing removed all the bullets from the room. I just walked right between those. What the heck? I didn't even know you could do that. I will complete this one floor of this run before I call it, by the way. If the resourceful rat didn't take ammo, I wouldn't have bothered picking that up. But he does, so I did. Makarov might be just as weak as the regular starter gun. But having two guns is better than none. And better than one. Oh, jeez. Not doing so hot here. Oh, jeez. Gosh dang it, I hate it when they do that. At least the Makarov fires faster, so there is that. So since you can't... even if I open this chest, this guy will steal the item in it. But one thing you can do is break the chest, and you'll get junk. Junk will occasionally end up being a special kind of companion called Sir Junkin that can be really powerful if you get enough junk to level him up. However, you can only get him in a rainbow run once, because once it's unlocked, it has a 0% chance of showing up. Sir Junkin does anyway, which really sucks, because he'd be really helpful on a rainbow run, because you're always getting junk from them. Now, you won't always get junk from breaking a chest. Sometimes it will drop an actual item, and the rainbow guy will take it anyway. sometimes it will drop something like a heart, which you can actually collect. Shadow said, enter the junction. That's a pretty good one. Gotta admit it. Okay, let's see if I can get through this room over here without losing the TV. So the TV throws in the direction you're aiming, not in the direction you're moving or facing. And that messed with me on occasion. I really don't like these things and how many hits they take. I really wish they took one hit in each form. There we go. Alright, back to here. Give me that. Maybe I should have taken the armor. Oh well. I can take a Gluon stone, but a Guon stone, better than nothing. Let's see if I can beat the boss with a Makarov pistol. Oof. Snake's tricky. Snake's real tricky. Leave the TV down there in the corner. Main problem with the snake is it can leave these guys around, and they soak up damage like a sponge, and if the snake eats them, it gains HP and a little bit of power, delaying your ability to defeat it. Dang it. I got my directions confused. So that run was a bust. Killed by Ammo Conda. So yeah, that's Enter the Gungeon. This game is hard, but it is also an absolute blast. I'm going to turn off these modifiers. I love how weird this dude is. Alright. Now with that... What are you doing, lady? You can't afford my blessing. Be gone, then. That's interesting. I never noticed she had that animation if you don't have enough credits for her. Anyway. So what she does is she turns the game into Gun Game from Call of Duty, where your gun will you'll randomly change what gun you're holding just by firing it. It won't change with every shot, but like when it changes is random, and the gun it changes to is random, and picking up a new gun will simply change the one you're holding once again. They still have ammo, but it changes often enough you don't really need to worry about the ammo count. And there are certain guns that there's one specific gun that charges by damaging enemies just like items do. That gun... or either that or it charges over time, but it's really slow. But that gun charges much quicker in this gun game mode. However, you need 7 hegemony credits to give to her to activate that mode. I just realized I always wondered what this hole back here was for. And now I realize it's for a 5th trophy. These are all for trophies that you get from beating runs with their modifiers, and maybe there's one more modifier I don't have yet, I guess. Or maybe there's 2 modifiers for this guy, because this guy actually offers 2 different challenge modes, with one being tougher than the other, and it's just you get modifiers as well as debuffs for each floor you go through or something. Anyway, that is Enter the Gungeon. I need to get going now, just in case I'm supposed to be up in the morning. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching, and Discord and YouTuber and my Twitch as always. Maybe I'll come back to this another time and do a serious run on this profile. With all that said, have a good night, everyone.